Alright, today I am trying out this new flat fixing stuff from TireJect. It's actually supposed to be a water-based sealant, and it'll last up to a year. It'll keep resealing punctures up. I don't really have any punctures on this. It also fixes bead seals. That's more my issue. That and just cracking. These tires are really old. See if you can. These are like the original tires, and this was used as a demo vehicle at the shop, and you can see the cracking there. It's pretty bad. So this one always goes flat. I think the other one on the other side might always go flat as well. But anyhow, we're gonna give this stuff a try. First off, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got the filler. I saw this and I was going to order some of this because it looked so good, the videos and everything, that, you know, I was going to order some, and I emailed the company. I said, hey, you know, stuff looks pretty awesome. Would you want me to do a video, try it out? And they sent me some for free just to do this video and try out. But I would have bought it anyhow, just from the videos I already watched, you know, because it looked pretty damn good. But we're going to give it some really good tests. I got some other tires that are in really bad shape. And, yeah, so not sure how much he sent me. I think he sent me enough to do like 6 of these big tires. So, sent me a valve stem tool. I don't know if that normally comes in the kit or not. It might. I don't remember. I already had some laying around, but this is actually a really decent one compared to mine. Looks like it came with some nice stem caps, which is nice. Yeah, that way you know which tires you've got it in. That's a good idea, actually. So I got two of these 20-ounce things. I think that's about 40 bucks worth, as I recall, maybe a little bit less. Okay, so 8 to 12 ounces looks like for this one, for like 4-wheeler tires. That's basically what these are. Use larger dosage for rear tire and lower dosage for front. So there's a kind of displays how much to put. Oh, there you go, side by side, 12 ounces. So yeah, that's what. Although that's a shitty side by side. This one probably takes more, but we're gonna go with 12. Hopefully that's good. Clean up with cold water. Pretty simple. So this one's already deflated. We'll go ahead and pull the valve here, of course. There's no air in there. Very little. Sounds like a little bit's coming out. First time ever taking out one of these. Yeah, so you see there's not much in there. They only hold like 5 psi anyhow. So she's good and flattening out there. So this actually has a cap to keep this sealed when you're done, and another valve stem removal maybe there. Oh, let's put that on. That's 2. Okay. Call that 3. That went in there pretty quick. Well, maybe that's why the bend. Let's let it run right in. So let's bend it. Call that 5. We'll do 11 approximately. This will probably be 12. since we didn't have it kinked right at the beginning. The kink really makes a difference there. Cap this back up and keep it nice and everything clean. It's all in there basically. Put our valve stem back, or valve back in. Put some pressure back in on it. Only one is 5 psi. Let me grab a gauge. It's just over 5. That's good. I think that's how much this goes in here. Let's see. Max inflate 7. So we're right at max basically. Oh, I gotta go drive this for a few minutes. So far it's holding air pretty good. And I ran it for about 10 minutes and then I was using it for about an hour or so. I mean, it didn't go flat overnight really before either. It took a little while, or at least I didn't notice it. So I'll keep checking back on it every few days and weeks. Hopefully it'll hold air now. About a month ago that I filled the back 2 tires because they were both flat, and I put the sealant in the back left. Well, that one's still up and it's hard. I had to check the pressure, but it's good, it's hard. But that other one is flat as a pancake. And it's got the same sidewall cracking. You know, it's an almost 20-year-old tire probably. So I polished off the pack. I must have put 12 in the other one because this is a 20-ounce package. And I only got 8 into this one. So I must have gotten 12 in the other. So we're going to try it just with 8. It says 8 to 12 on the back for this kind of tire basically. So we're gonna try 8 and see how she does. Since the other one worked with 12, we'll see if 8 does it. So I was checking the pressure on the other one anyhow after filling it. I checked this one, and I don't know if you can see that really well, but it's just above 5 psi. It's like 6. Max fill on these is 7, so it's exactly as much as I filled it. It's got that in it, so we're good. Anyhow, I gotta go drive it now to swish the stuff around, and we'll check back on it in a month or so and see if it's still holding. So, 2 months on this tire, it's still holding air just fine. Normally it'd go flat within a week, and the other tire has also been a month, and it's holding air just fine. Remember, this is low pressure as well, but as you can see, it's holding air. They're low pressure. Normally after a week these would be flat as a pancake, and it's been sitting all winter. I haven't put any air into them, and they're completely full. And now for the last 2 to 3 weeks I've had a big ass half cord of wood sitting on there too. Extra weight. Quite a bit of extra weight. If you know what a cord weighs. Half a cord. Alright guys, so I was just driving out exploring in the woods, and I must have ran over a pointy stick or something, because as you can see, well, the tire was flat and I just aired it up with a little compressor a little bit, and I am blowing one hell of a bubble. And it's not a huge puncture. Show you it right there. Here, this bubble. See it right there? It's just right there. It's like, it's a 1/4 inch, close to it. It almost looks like a nail hole. This thing about fit in there probably. Anyhow, instead of putting a plug in, I'm going to try just using this stuff, the TireJect. Since this is kind of prone to getting punctures, I figure that way it'll be good for a year. So first off, I have to air down the tire all the way, and then I'll put 10 ounces in, and we'll drive it and see how she does. So again, all I did was pull the, let all the air out, pulled the valve stem, and then, and of course valve stem in the highest point basically when I filled it. I put in, I pulled up the valve stem and then put in 8 ounces of TireJect, put it back together, put 5 pounds of pressure in it, and drove it for a few minutes. Hasn't leaked at all. And it was a pretty quick leak. You saw how big that bubble was. So stuff's awesome. And now I don't have to worry about this tire getting a puncture for a year, because it'll reseal itself unless it's a huge monstrous hole. It'll fill up to a 3/8 inch hole. So here's the four-wheeler. It's been sitting in here all winter. I don't think I ran it after the puncture for maybe a month or what have you, but then it's just been sitting in here in the cold and all winter. And it's still full air, It fixed that puncture, no problem. And it did it quick. That's good and hard. So yeah, that stuff, TireJect, is awesome for off-road. They're currently not rated for on-road vehicles, high speed, they're just low speed. But I don't know, if they come out with a high speed, I'm gonna buy it, because it's awesome. I was planning on buying new tires for that side-by-side probably, and I ended up not having to, so that's awesome. So you'll have to put a kink in your thing, and then you can just measure. And this is 2 ounces to full, so I'm going to fill it up for this tire. So that's basically how much these ones say. It says 2 ounces for like tires on a wheelbarrow. I figure this is basically like a wheelbarrow. On their website they probably have a better calculator for actual tire size, but the rough guide works fine for most things. And I'm just letting it gravity in there. I don't even need the plunger really, since there's definitely no air pressure in these tires. They've been sitting in the snowbank all winter, and they don't seal on the bead. They've always had an issue with that. So that one's in. Yeah, it went. You see it's bubbling out around the... Don't want to put too much of these. These just don't take very much. It's like, I'm not even sure. Let's see. It takes, 50 psi. I got it up to 45. That's good enough. These things are easy to overfill, these little tires, and I've had one blow up beside my head before. Yeah, it sucks. I was deaf for the next 2-3 hours. Yeah, see, this one's way off the bead. So this one might be a pain in the ass. So as you can see, it's way off the bead. which it's not going to want to seal most likely. We'll give it a try. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe this stuff will help. I doubt it. As you can see, the air's just coming right out. Let me grab a ratchet strap and I'll show you the trick. Okay, so I got the ratchet strap all the way around the tire connected to itself. And now all I'm going to do is tighten it up. Which should, and it is, starting to squeeze out the rubber. Did a little bit, let's give it a try. There, she did it. Well, did it some. There we go, got it. Just had to play with it a little bit. I just gotta get the sucker off again. Look at how cracked there, and it's leaking. You can hear it. I'm gonna spin it. Hopefully get some of the sealant to it already stopped. Let's see. I'll show you this. So that's top dead center where it was leaking. Or close enough. As you can see, close enough. Look at that. Where it's cracked, the sealant came out. And no more hissing. Okay, so I'm going to spray these with some WD-40. Take it for a walk. You know, just walk it for 10 minutes to get that liquid all over inside the tires. And that way, hopefully, it will stay inflated and I'll never have a problem with this cart again. And I can actually use it when I want to, instead of having to air it up every single time. Alright, so we had a nice little walk and she's still holding air, no problem. Should be good, I think. Yeah, close to 50. So we're at least 45 on each. We'll leave it at that. And yeah, just let it sit a few weeks and see. On this one side, you could see more of that goo. I thought. Yeah. Can you see that? Let me zoom in. See, the stuff came out around the bead, sealed the bead. There, that blue. So, I mean, this stuff works awesome. So yeah, don't take my word for it. Buy a sample pack. You know, try it on your own tires, man. This stuff is awesome. If you want to see how these two tires hold up in a week or two, subscribe to the channel and I'll post another video in a few weeks updating on these ones. Oh, we forgot the final step. Gotta put the valve caps on. I would highly recommend, if your kit doesn't come with these red valve caps, buy a set of them. I'm sure they're cheap. But because it's nice to mark what tires you've done, just so you know. Then you could say a year from now, you know, wow, those tires are still holding up. That's really impressive, like I've said several times to myself.